So for this segment, I want to share with you a replay just from today, Philippines versus Vietnam. Spectate this guy, Nikes, on his Akai. His Akai gameplay is just insane. And look at that, they're even going up against number 1 Aldis of Vietnam. Although, of course, the enemy lineup does not have an MM, while they have a Claude. But as of right now, I'm going to say Akai at many points during this whole game has been leading his team in net worth. That's right, a tank, not doing the kills, but the one having the most impact in the game and the most net worth. So, for starters, how do you use Akai? In this lineup, you can see that Akai is the tank. Of course, he's the main tank. And you also have other front lines for PH team. You got Cho and you got Leo. So his role is to be the primary initiator, to be the crowd control, so that along with Cho, so that Claude and Leo can just do free hits. And of course, this early in the game, he's the one helping Claude, getting the buffs, getting his farm up, and of course trying to protect his MM. While they failed to secure top crab, so what he did was to go for first kill. He first skilled up his blender. Why? Why is it blender? Doesn't he need to skill up his 1000 pounder so he can jump on the enemy? But at level 1, he doesn't really have enough CC to be able to, or kill potential for, in that manner, to really make his 1000 pounder worth much. So what he goes for is the blender, so that he can secure some creep kills, and with that he can also go for extra damage. First item up, the wizard's boots, so that any assist that he may have an extra 80 gold, which is very good on a tank support like him. Look at this one. He jumped up, and even though he could use the petrify along with his hurricane dance to just pincer Guinevere, he knows that he'll become too close to the tower. He may die instead. So, going back to securing the they're all going for the rotations. No. At this point in the game, Vietnam has already started with a nice lead of their own, getting pickoffs, multiple pickoffs, starting from Cho, then on Claude. Now they're pressuring bottom tower, and Guinevere is solo pushing top. Now Akai is going to defend top, while those at the bottom will try to defend bot. But again, another pick off. Cho will also recall back because he's been dealt plenty of damage. They have to stop the bleeding. I think going next on Akai's list of items will be Athena's shield, just to have more sustain against Lunox and Guinevere. Guinevere is already stalking the Claude. Claude already sees them coming in and teleports out. Nice recognition by Claude and slow initiate by the Vietnamese team. But okay, he's been pincered. Both of them have been pincered, and just to secure the kill, Akai used Petrify on earlier. He used Petrify on Aldous, making sure that he stays near the wall for a second so that he can secure the Hurricane Dance. And later, when they were chasing the... Okay, this is a nice setup from both Claude and Akai. Akai making sure that Aldous is pushed near the tower so that he can get the damage from the tower, and Claude staying near the tower enough so that he can bait Aldous in. And Akai just going man to man against that Hayabusa. Thought he could take him, but Hayabusa at this point in time is so near his Blade of Despair, and he's got those boots, the plus physical defense boots, so Akai's damage would be minimized. So fairly even playing field. Both teams' kills are the same, and Cho is going to get targeted here, but looks like they're going to turn it around against Lunox, unless Lunox... Oh no. Akai with another setup on that Lunox. She no longer has her ultimate, but they stayed way too long trying to get that high. They got the Hayabusa, but they stayed way too long in the same spot, and it's just a nice counter from Guinevere. And already Aldous took down the bottom tier 2. So for those of you who are wondering, why does Akai keep throwing his second skill, the Blender? As you can see, his basics attacks with marked targets deal 5% extra damage. And along with his first skill, causes an additional bonus damage to marked enemies who are marked with the Blender mark, and causes a stun effect for 1 second. So if you gave the enemy that mark, and then he got hit by the first skill of Akai, then Akai would do 1 second stun. So in addition to that, plus his Petrify, plus his Hurricane Dance, that's a lot of CC. So far, Akai, after getting Athena's shield, is going for Cursed Helmet. Tried to go for the slam on Guinevere after using his Blender, but just missed it. They're going to try to go on But it looks like Goshen will be taken down by the Aldous. Lunox already using her ultimate, and Akai zoning out the enemy Lunox. And Claude went for the kill there, finishing off Lunox at the expense of his own life, being taking too many tower pot shots. So both of them will try to take on, and he did it again. As you can see, Petrify plus the additional CC from the blender plus the 1000 pounder. You can see that there is a very high crowd control rate that will be coming out from this Akai. So the crowd control from this team is sorely dependent on him as an AoE control, and then to a lesser degree Cho, because Cho usually goes only for single targets. They're trying to go on Akai, and Akai just jumps out. Akai already with that immortality. Did not even bother finishing his cursed helmet. As you can see, cursed helmet is one of the core items that you can get on Akai, because the additional, okay, that is a nice control coming out from on that Aldous. They recognize that Aldous, if he gets free hits, he will just keep stacking up on the shield, on his shield. So he's the primary target of Akai's Hurricane Dance. So at this point, as you can see, he's the one leading in net worth across all. And then he also recognizes that he might need to go for the next physical item build, because already the physical damage dealers in Team Vietnam, in the form of Hayabusa, in the form of Aldous, are already hitting like trucks, aside from the already big hitter in Grok. So he's going for Dominant Ice next, I would assume. And he's just going to leave his cursed helmet just half item. Because he's already got that. Because the difference between cursed helmet and look at that Aldous. Again, if you don't do crowd control on that guy, just 2 hits on Leo, 1 damage dealer gone. The Akai has tried to, oh, what a nice setup and kill. Did you see that? What he did was, while Aldous went for the Leo, the other teammates of Aldous went for Akai, who presented himself as a big target. They just painted him here in the grass over here, and then yeah, he died there. So what he did was 1000 powder up, go to the middle turret. Guinevere tried to go for the chase, but instantly Petrify and then Hurricane Dance along the walls of the inhibitor turret, so that the inhibitor turret does all the damage in the world to that Guinevere. Even with full health, she just melts. And again, that's, as you can see, pretty tanky. Dominant Ice already for this Akai. 3-1-10. Yeah. And their Claude is very online right now. As you can see, he went for the defensive item build first. After getting his 2 items, usually you can say that he's doing enough damage with 2 items, but maybe not nearly enough against this lineup. Oh my god, that Akai zoning out 2 people with his ultimate. And again another 2 people with his petrify after his jump. The crowd control. Imagine if those 4 weren't there. Oh, Claude was taken out because he was the last to recall out. Now again, those are 4 people he controlled so that his team could do just free hits on the enemy team. And instantly recognizing, oh, I got 2 of them, I know where the others are. Instant jump, instant petrify, going for the blender, going for those stunts. He controlled 4 people, even though they're still in the deficit in gold. But you can see Akai is the one controlling the pacing of Team Philippines. So Guinevere tried to go on Akai, but Hayabusa also tried to go on Akai, recognizing Akai is less than half health. So, but Akai turns it around. Now they're trying to burst him down. But really, you're going to try and kill an Akai who has immortality and is the tank of Team PH. And now Team Vietnam is just discombobulated. They're inside enemy team base. They get wiped out. Nice kiting coming from Philippines. And all because of a nice front line, nice controls, and they know who to go on. Trying to zone out the major damage dealer in Aldous. They know that Guinevere no longer has her ulti after expending it on Akai. He just went in for finishing off Lunox, kiting, and again, look at that. Dead. Again. The ones who fears the CC the most, Hayabusa and Aldous, and they are the perfect target for Akai. And he just keeps coming and going, killing all of them. And now he's firmly the one doing the driver's seat. Look, 18 assists. And now going full supporting build. Already finishing his Courage Bulwark. Next, I think another defensive item coming up. He's already replaced his Cursed Helmet item with a physical item. Just going in, zoning out the Aldous, not letting the Aldous take out the Lord, and just zoned. Just plain zoned. Nice initiate and ultimate from the Guinevere, taking down. And Akai is the one who will kill the Guinevere. Will Akai be able to escape from this? And he does. But oh, Akai! He knows he's gonna die! But he was able, again, to know where his teammates are. And know that, oh, even though I'll die, I will take you with me. Even able to use his Hurricane Dance to zone out the Hayabusa, enough for Claude to take him down. Now, he's already replaced his courage, this cursed helmet item with brute force breastplate, and replace his wizard boots with warrior boots, recognizing the physical damage that he needs to absorb with the Aldous and Hayabusa. This late in the game, both of them are the major damage dealers on the side of Team Vietnam. They recognize that Lunox is not in any way 6-slotted, very low in the net worth, so Athena's shield would be enough. And along with the magical resistance that will be coming out from the brute force breastplate, and the magic resistance from his other items, like immortality, he knows that it's enough against even Guinevere, who's third in the net worth. Really, the major damage dealers, this is where things go bad. Aldous has been able to split push. Now, this is the biggest weakness of a lineup against Aldous. If you really separate, Aldous would punish you very heavily. And while Claude tries for the kill, he's just 1v5. They will get team wiped here. And they do. Looks like Team Vietnam will be going for the win. But are they? Is it enough? And it's GG. That is a crucial mistake by Team PH against Team Vietnam. They recognize that Aldous is split pushing. What they should have done is, okay, Claude is going back. He already recalled, let's all go back. But instead, they still keep showing up around mid. When Aldous predictably, accurately, already recalled, his teammates knows, oh, we're not seeing Claude here. He could be farming somewhere. And the best case scenario is, after Aldous shows in his ulti that Claude is just back in his base, it's 4 versus 5. And that it's essentially 4 melee heroes against him and Haya. Perfect scenario. No Claude, instant initiation. They took the window that was presented to them and they won the game. But it doesn't take away the fact that even though Team Vietnam won, overall MVP on the losing squad, Akai, 10.1, highest, even though they're on the losing team. Great play overall.